What is reasonable suspicion for a drug DUI? Imagine you're driving home after a long day, and suddenly a police car pulls behind you. You might wonder what made them stop you. Well, in many cases, it's about what they observed during their brief interaction. Reasonable suspicion for a drug driving under the influence case is a legal standard that lets officers stop a vehicle to investigate further. It's not just a gut feeling or guesswork. It has to be based on specific, clear facts that suggest the driver might be impaired by drugs. Officers look for signs that indicate drug impairment while the vehicle is in motion or during the stop. For example, if a driver is swerving between lanes, drifting, or driving much slower or faster than the speed limit, that could raise suspicion. Sudden braking or failing to maintain a consistent speed are also warning signs. Physical signs are just as important. If the driver has bloodshot or glassy eyes, slurred speech, or unsteady movements, these can point to drug use. The smell of drugs or drug paraphernalia inside the vehicle can also be a clue. Reasonable suspicion is the threshold that justifies a traffic stop. It is lower than probable cause, which is needed to make an arrest or search a vehicle. Once the vehicle is pulled over, officers may ask the driver to perform field sobriety tests. These tests include walking in a straight line, standing on one leg, or following a pen with the eyes. Poor performance on these tests can give officers more evidence to support an arrest for driving under the influence of drugs. From a defense point of view, it's important to question whether the officer had enough specific facts to justify the stop. The suspicion must be based on observable facts, not assumptions or stereotypes. For example, just driving slowly alone may not be enough for suspicion. Sometimes officers misinterpret behaviors or relying on improper profiling. If the driver refuses to take field sobriety tests, there may be legal consequences, but drivers have rights. Defense attorneys often examine how the tests were given and whether proper procedures were followed. In summary, reasonable suspicion for a drug DUI involves clear signs of impairment that justify a brief stop. It's a key point that balances law enforcement's ability to investigate with protecting individual rights. If the signs are not strong or are misinterpreted, the stop may be challenged in court. This standard helps keep stops fair and based on real evidence rather than assumptions.